Squadron. I'm back in this bitch. Booted up. Now, let's talk about prisms. And you'll see the instructions on how it's going to work. It's on 0 and 64. So, let's begin with an explanation, or actually some play. Really powerful crap. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's go to initial patch. Now 0 is the top part of the oscillator. 64 is the bottom part of the oscillator. Because it could be ran in phase, that's how you would want to set it up. So without further ado, let us go to the slot 80. And there will be a picture for that right here. Keep the instructions on screen for a little bit. It's not much. Okay, it's a suggestion. Okay, this is how you would do it. Alright, and how it breaks down is it goes from 0 to 63. That's the upper part of the region of the oscillator. And 64 to 127 is the bottom part. So, you'll notice here, hold on. Let's put some release on this thing. Alright. Now you'll notice when I take the pulse width down to 0, it's quiet now. Turn the volume down, it gets louder. That's because 1 is turned down and then 2 can go. But see, 2 is on the bottom half. So we'll turn it to 64 on GP. Now how you actually get this to work is you plug it in. And FM source is the plug-in, okay? Like say if you took a square wave and you said the FM source is going to be oscillator 1. Oscillator 1 is metamaterial. The square is going to be going through the metamaterial, and then it's going to do stuff to it. So we're plugging it into the other. Right? So that's how that works. Now, let's do some stuff. Without plugging it in, let me show you how we can get some other things to go. Because this is how this engine works. This is the Transient School episode of how to operate prisms. Someone bought the Prism Bundle Pack. I can't wait to hear what they think of it. Excuse me. Alright, let's set this up. I'm booted up. Alright, check it. See, but it's not plugged in. me show you how to add in this suggested ring mod, because it's the silent ring mod. Okay. We'll kill the volume in these two. FM plug. This is what you get still. Now I'll have you note that when you use these LFOs, sometimes it's cool to have key tracking on, sometimes not. In this case we don't. But we will for the case of the example. Let's turn key tracking on and see what we get. Extremely robust and thick sounds. Alright. Now, what you want to do, bring back in that volume. Oops. See how critical that gets? It's very nice and robust. So yeah, you can mix and match them too. You could do stuff like this. That's the trap 3 here. Let's go through it. This is 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84. That's all I have loaded in here for this. I don't want to over elaborate on this stuff, you know, in Yata. But you see the instructions, and this is a real basic engine. It does seem like it's granular in nature, but it is not. The only thing that you're catching when you move this LFO around, the reason why it sounds like it has that grainy type of texture is because you're jostling or gyrating the oscillator, the upper portion and the bottom portion, you know, because it's in phase. So that's what you're doing. Now, even if you don't set the LFO to move it, you can still phase it in Yata Mashata. But the LFO provides more movement to the sound for you guys who like your evolving pads in Yata Mashata, right? So that's what we do if you want to get the extra movement. And that's how it works when it comes to this type of stuff. So let's bring in the trap 3. We'll change it up. Now, mind you, I had that ring mod on there for a booster because that adds in different flavor. See? that's how you get into some stuff right there with prisms. It's not really that complicated of an engine. It can be if you do stuff to it. But this is the basic operation for it. There really isn't any more to it than that. However, it is suggested that you mess with pulse width modulation using different sources. I would suggest LFOs. I would suggest envelopes. Maybe, I don't know, stuff like that. Mod wheel, maybe. Yeah, so that would wrap up the Prism engine and its functions. So let's mix and match. Let's put this on top of the trap. That reverse plug-in, it gets a little atrocious if you do too much FM. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's jump to the Trine, little water light instrument. People want to argue semantics. We won't do that here. Heaven is coming through the cloud. Oh, prisms, can you, motherfucker? Bring heaven on earth, just like that, with your Blofeld, holy of holies. My bad, y'all. Like, I have too much fun bringing this to you to share my notebook. I really do. This is a badass box. If you don't have one, you need to get one. If you don't have one or don't know anything about a Blofeld, you have been living under a rock or a piece of wood such as this for the past some years. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Sorry, I'm not sorry, but man, bad box, budget, blockbuster box. A badass box. Alright. No filters. You know, we don't get into that. I mean, we could. Let's go, we'll do a little quick. But look, I'm gonna wrap this up. I mean, it's a Prism engine. Like I said, someone copped off the store. Good looking. Abel was good looking. Let me know how you like that. I hope you enjoy these. Worked very long and hard on this stuff. Your patronage is definitely appreciated. Thank you for your support. Okay, let's set this comb filter up. Let's turn this down so I don't kill us. Because that comb gonna do some damage. Yeah, it's pretty rough. rust. All right, let me hurry up and wrap this up real quick. Let's run some something through a prism and show you something, and we'll get up out of here. I'll catch you on the flip after this. We'll get into what's next on the itinerary. You know, we'll get into the grain instructions, the mosaic grain instructions phase, hyper yata. We'll get into all that crap. We will get into it. Okay, let's hurry up and get this down to 0. So it's phased. Let's bring in a little third party something. Probably a sine wave, or I don't know. Now what you do is you plug in. So it gets a little bit wacky in there. Yeah, it gets crazy. You could do stuff like that. Look, I'm gonna wrap this up. Prism Engine's pretty badass. I know you guys heard that. It's pretty crystal clear. It's loud as fuck. Be careful with your eardrum speakers and yourself. Don't make the same mistake I did and halfway blow your soul out of your body via sound. I'll catch you on the flip, Squally. I'm out this